Airship Zeppelin, N. T. First up, we have a modern giant that floats almost silently, the Airship Zeppelin, NT. Now, this isn't your great-grandpa's blimp. It's a semi-rigid airship that uses safe helium to float and is incredibly agile thanks to 3 vectored thrust engines. It can lift off vertically, hover, and even fly backward. Pretty neat for lighter-than-air tech. You'll see it giving unique sightseeing tours, helping with atmospheric research, and even turning heads in advertising. The Zeppelin NT shows that the romance of airship travel is definitely back, and it's more advanced than ever. Virgin Galactic next. We're heading to the edge of space with Virgin Galactic's Spaceship Two. This isn't just any aircraft. It's a commercial space liner built to make space tourism a thing for everyday folks. Well, everyday folks with pretty deep pockets for now. Launched from its special carrier plane, White Knight 2, Spaceship Two fires up its hybrid rocket engine. This slingshots passengers high enough to feel weightless for several minutes and see that amazing curve of the Earth. It's a huge leap towards opening up space for more of us. Star Raker. Let's hop back to the 1970s for a truly bold idea, the Star Raker. This was a design for an enormous, reusable winged spaceplane meant to take off and land horizontally, just like a regular airplane. The truly wild part? It was supposed to use air-breathing engines to get through the atmosphere before switching to rocket engines for orbit, all while carrying massive payloads. The Star Raker itself never got built, but its super ambitious single-stage-to-orbit concept influenced a lot of later ideas for more efficient and reusable space launch systems. Nord 500 Cadet. From the 1960s, here's a machine that looks like it flew right out of an old sci-fi comic. The Nord 500 Cadet. This French experimental aircraft was a daring shot at vertical takeoff and landing, way before VTOL became a common term. Its most eye-catching features were 2 big, tilting, ducted fans, designed to give it lift for takeoff and thrust to fly forward. It was meant for military transport, but the Nord 500 hit some major technical snags and never made it to production. Still, its bold design taught us a lot early on about VTOL flight. ATA Hybrid. Jumping into the very near future, say hello to the ATA Hybrid. Created by Ascendance Flight Technologies, this sleek machine is a hybrid electric vertical takeoff and landing VTOL aircraft designed to shake up how we travel in cities. What's so wild about it? It cleverly mixes quiet electric power for takeoffs and landings with a regular combustion engine to give it much more range than all electric models can manage right now. This 5-seater, with its fans in the wings, wants to be a sustainable, efficient, and super flexible way to fly within and between cities. Vickers Swallow. Get ready for a design that really threw out the aviation rulebook, the Vickers Swallow. This British experimental plane from the 1950s was built to test the wild idea of variable geometry wings. You know, swing wings. The Swallow was a tailless aircraft with wings that could pivot during flight. They'd sweep back for high-speed supersonic travel and then spread out for more stable flight at low speeds and for landing. Although the Swallow project was eventually scrapped, this daring innovation directly helped develop later famous swing-wing aircraft. Its futuristic concept was definitely ahead of its time. A 200 aerobase now for something a bit mysterious, the A200 aerobase. There isn't a ton of public info on this one, which suggests it's probably a concept or a super specialized prototype working on the very edge of aviation. Concepts like the aerobase often play with game-changing tech. Think advanced aerodynamics for crazy efficiency, new lightweight materials, modular designs for quick setup in remote places, or even adaptable airframes for totally different kinds of missions. It's where imagination really meets engineering. E-copter concepts. Picture this: quiet, zero-emission helicopters zipping you across city skylines. That's the idea behind e-copter concepts. This is a whole growing family of electric or hybrid electric helicopters aiming to transform city air travel. We're not just talking about one machine, but a completely new way to think about vertical flight. Imagine way less noise, so they can operate closer to city centers, and no operational emissions, meaning cleaner air. Companies all over the world are cooking up cool designs, from multi-rotor setups to next-gen batteries. E-copters promise a quieter, greener, and incredibly futuristic way to get around our big cities. Hitachi Rail Blues Train. All right, let's switch over to the rails for a train that's as smart as it is versatile. The Hitachi Rail Blues Train. This isn't just an electric train or a diesel one. It's a revolutionary tri-brid. The Blues Train can smoothly switch between power from overhead electric lines, its diesel engine, or even run just on batteries. This amazing flexibility means it can run on routes that aren't fully electrified, cutting down emissions big time compared to regular diesel trains, and using energy more efficiently. It's a major step towards a greener, more adaptable future for trains. Shuttle carrier aircraft. Here's one of the strangest and most awesome sights in flying history: NASA's shuttle carrier aircraft. These weren't built from scratch. They were heavily modified. Boeing 747 jumbo jets given an unbelievable job, hauling the massive space shuttles across the country. With an orbiter riding piggyback on its beefed-up fuselage, the shuttle carrier aircraft was an amazing example of engineering smarts. It allowed shuttles to be flown from landing sites back to Kennedy Space Center. These famous flights really showed how existing tech could be adapted for literally out-of-this-world tasks. Lilium Jet. Get ready for what personal air travel might look like with the Lilium Jet. This all-electric vertical takeoff and landing (eVTOL) aircraft from Germany looks like it jumped right out of a futuristic dream. Instead of normal rotors, the Lilium Jet uses 30 specially designed electric ducted fans built into its wing flaps. These allow it to lift off vertically and then tilt for super efficient horizontal flight. It can hit speeds up to 190 miles per hour with a planned range of 190 miles. This slick air taxi aims to offer fast, emission-free rides, skipping city traffic altogether, though it has hit some financial turbulence recently. Antonov and 225 Maria now. Let's talk about a true legend, the Antonov and 225 Maria. This was hands down the biggest and heaviest cargo aircraft ever built. Originally designed in the Soviet Union to carry the Buran space shuttle on its back, the Mraya, which means dream in Ukrainian, was an unmatched piece of engineering. With 6 massive turbofan engines and a staggering maximum takeoff weight of 640 tons, it broke tons of world records for payload and just sheer size. Tragically, this one-of-a-kind Sky Titan was destroyed in 2022, but its legacy as a symbol of ultimate flying capability lives on. Aeromobile 4.0. The dream of the flying car, it's alive and kicking with the Aeromobile 4.0. Coming out of Slovakia, this incredible machine isn't just a cool idea. It's a working vehicle that smoothly changes from a road-legal car into a light aircraft. In under 3 minutes, the Aeromobile can transform, unfolding its wings and getting its propeller ready for takeoff. With a flight range of about 700 kilometers, that's around 435 miles, it's a real mashup of car and plane tech. This isn't just a car that happens to fly. It's a sophisticated machine aiming to change personal travel and make door-to-door airborne journeys a real thing. Tecnam P2006 TNG series. This one might look a bit more normal than some others on our list, but the Tecnam P2006 TNG series is a surprisingly advanced and super versatile light, twin-engine aircraft. Its wildness is actually in its smart mix of efficiency, modern tech, and adaptability. It has efficient Rotax engines that can even run on car gas, a high-wing design for great views, and top-notch avionics. The P2006T is used a lot for pilot training, tricky surveillance missions, and personal transport. Its ability to do so many different jobs reliably and without breaking the bank makes it a quiet hero of modern aviation. Aerospace Line's Super Guppy. And topping our list is a machine so bizarre-looking, you really have to see it to believe it. The Aerospace Line's Super Guppy. This absolutely enormous, wide-bodied cargo plane was designed for one main job: to carry incredibly large, oversized cargo, especially parts for aerospace. Its most obvious feature is its huge, bulging upper fuselage. This actually hinges and opens up more than 110 degrees so that massive items like rocket stages and spacecraft sections can be loaded right into its giant hold. Used by NASA for the Apollo program and later by Airbus, the Super Guppy is an example of some seriously specialized and jaw-dropping engineering.